If you're newly married and you're still making this mistake, then you're setting your marriage up for failure. Let me explain this. Most people assume love is enough. So they go into marriage believing love holds everything, without knowing that love only begins the marriage. It's self-discipline, commitment that truly holds the marriage. And later in life, they realize that love without structure leads to frustration. So they start wondering why the marriage is facing crisis despite the love they confess or they show to each other. Please, I want to tell you this. Love alone does not sustain marriage. It's skills that really hold marriage. Skills like communication skills, conflict resolution skills, money management skills that truly builds a marriage and makes it succeed. So, build on skills. Because this way I see most marriage make mistake. Even me telling you this, I made so much mistake on this very topic, on this very issue. So I thought just the love we had, what we had during dating was enough to sustain the marriage. And when we got into marriage, I got into marriage with my spouse. I never worked on my communication skills. I'm the type that has this harsh tone, harsh voice. So most time my spouse often believe that my communication is ordering, and it really affected us because my tone was a bit harsh. So they always assume, she always assumed I was commanding. Truth is this, love starts the marriage, but it's skills that truly makes it work. So don't forget to work on these skills, because if you don't, you will be making the mistakes that have led to many crises in marriage. And this crisis often happens from year one, because people think the problem that lead to divorce and other thing, other crisis or challenges in marriage occurs later in marriage. It starts from the very year one, very first year. This is the mistake most people have made that is really giving them tough time in their marriage. Work on skills. Focus on skills, marital skills, and not just love. Because love is nothing but emotions. Emotions come and go. One time you're in love with your spouse, the other time you feel out of love. Those are emotions. It's skills that help you stand the crisis, make you stand despite the storm that rocks the marriage. Please, I beg you. Because this is where I really got it wrong in my marriage. I never focused on building skills, learning skills. Conflict resolution was a real hard one for me, because instead of me learning how to communicate with my spouse to resolve our differences, I was running to people believing those people will help me resolve my conflict, not knowing that those people I was running to had their own conflict and the rest. So please, conflict resolution is one thing I want you to focus on in your marriage. If you really want to have your marriage work, except you want to leave your marriage to chance. Love is just emotion. It's skills, marriage skills that makes it work. Another mistake I've seen newly marriages make is ignoring little issues. Without knowing that little issues don't stay little, they finally become big. So if they had focused on, if they focus on tackling this little issue earlier on, it will never grow big. For instance, mama and your wife are having issues. They don't talk to each other. Instead of jumping on it as a man and tackling it, stating boundaries, you just assume that women matter now, they go resolve them. And that woman matter, that issue you say na woman matter, later leads to heavy conflict that mama no longer visit the house and your wife no longer go to visit mama. Please, small issues don't stay small. They start small and later grow big. Some of the major issues that lead to maybe issues like divorce, fighting, and you name them, started small. The only challenge is that we thought it will remain small, so we never tackled it. No issue is small, I beg you. No issue is small, so never ignore it. For instance, your spouse does things you don't like. I'm just trying to make sure the cars pass so that you hear me clearly. For instance, your spouse does things you don't like. Instead of calling her, sit down, you guys tackle it, you tell her, no, I don't want this. You keep quiet, not knowing that little disrespect leads to long-term disrespect, leads to permanent disrespect. Please, in marriage, issues are not little. They might start little, but they grow to become big issues. So learn to tackle this. Tackle that issue. Your wife and your sister don't talk. Your wife and your sister has issues. Tackle it. Don't assume it's girls' problem. It's women's issue. Your wife calls you names you don't like. Stop it early. Don't assume it's just play. She will stop it later. Tackle it. Your husband says things to you jokingly that you don't like. Please call him, sit him down. Tell him, baby, I don't like you calling me these names or saying this to me. Don't just assume it's small thing. He will tackle it. It will resolve itself. Everything will fall in place. It doesn't fall in place like you think it will. Please, I beg you. Issues don't stay small in marriage. It starts small but grows. Because why I'm saying this, some of the marital issues I had in marriage, especially my wife and my parents, or maybe me and my wife's people, if we've sat down and really talked about it, to say, no, this is, you're married to me, but you're also married to them, or let's do this, or even sit down and redefine boundaries, everything will be going well in life. Because as I talk, one of the regrets I have in life is my parents and my wife not really seeing eye for eye. Yeah, they see eye for eye, but they are not as close as a husband would love to have his wife and his mom, or maybe father and the rest. Though I understand, me coming from a family of divorce where I never saw my parents together, I understand. But like I tell you the truth, it affects me every day. It truly affects me. So this is one of the challenges I had earlier on in my marriage. And I never, I call it challenge because it started as small issues, but I never tackled it. I just believe that, man, maybe it's just a visit. We'll go back to the city and everything will fall in place. It's just the village we came and the rest. Please, issues don't remain small. Don't ignore it. Tackle it. Give it attention immediately. Don't assume that no, it's just small issues. I beg you, focus on it and work on it. Issues don't remain small in marriage. Focus on it and give it all the needed attention. Because if you truly do that, you will be enjoying your marriage. Everything will go well. You will not have those things as issue. Everything will just go completely fine. It's when you ignore them feeling they are small that it resolves to something big. So please, I beg you, make sure you do the right thing. Don't just assume there are small issues, nothing will happen, and the rest. Yes, they start small, but they don't stay small. So pay attention to this. Another mistake I've observed with early marriages, I've even seen it, I've witnessed it in my own marriage too, is lack of direction. You see, lack of direction, it's a big issue. Because some people come into marriage without knowing where they are going to, where they want to be. They just believe that, no problem, God will lead us. Marriage is not like that too. Marriage is not something you leave to chance, believing, no, it will work. I first of all read about this. Later on, I watched a movie and I also saw this statement, this phrase, or something, what this couple said in the movie. One of their rich friends came to them and asked them, "You guys have been married for 5 years. What's your plan? Where are you heading to?" And they replied, their rich friend, saying, "We've been praying. We are praying for God to give us direction in life." And the friend laughed. And just as the friend laughed in the movie, so also I laughed. I laughed within me. I laughed out, not within me. Because I discovered that is how many people, newly married people, are living their lives. They are believing God will show them direction, give them direction. Not knowing that you are supposed to have direction before you come into marriage. Because a marriage without direction is a marriage heading nowhere. A marriage without direction is a marriage heading for doom. This is just the truth. Because if you don't have direction, what are you marrying for? One of the reasons why conflict, rock marriages, new marriages, and the marriage stay unstable is because they don't have any shared vision of tomorrow for the future, any shared vision for the future. That's just it. Because like I tell you this truth, in marriage you will have challenges, definitely. Challenges will come. In marriage you will definitely have challenges. But what keeps the marriage going is that shared vision. Sometimes when the crisis keep occurring, what keeps it is that dream you people have. That dream that bonded you from the early beginning. That dream that made you choose him or her. It's the shared vision that makes you have this commitment to remain in the marriage despite all that is happening. This is one thing most people don't know about marriage. The other day I heard my neighbor telling her husband that if not be these children, I for don't come up for this household. Now these children, they keep me for this marriage. Make you not think, say, I get your time. When you start hearing this statement, it shows that marriage don't have a direction. Both couples don't have a shared vision for the future. Please, I beg you. Sometimes what will solve some of these marital issues we see everywhere is just to make sure that the couples sit together and develop a shared vision that they will stick to, that they will wake up to every day, sleep and wake up to. That is just it. And let me tell you this. Maybe you're in your 7th year in marriage, even 10 years, and you're saying, can this work in my marriage? Yes, because even in my marriage, this occurred until the 7th year. It's when me and my wife, we sat down and started having a direction. Because initially I was going left, she was going right. I focused on music, later politics, and later content. And when I came into did I say content? No. Later marriage ministry, and she never really believed it. She felt we are just moving here, there and there. So I'm telling you, if you've stayed 8, even 10 years without having a shared vision, I want to advise you that you can still sit together as couples and develop a shared vision, because this is what will really help you to live long and stay it. Because why I'm saying this, if you get it right in the first 3 years of marriage, you will definitely get it right in the next 30 years. Now, I want to ask you a question. Please be honest. Which of these 3 have you seen or experienced in your own marriage? Which of these 3? Please leave me a comment in the comment section. Be honest.